Today, the future of New Mexico's universal child care law is in limbo. A judge ruled in favor of a lawsuit filed by a Republican candidate for governor that claims the program was unlawfully expanded. New Mexico began offering universal free child care in November of last year through administrative action, then formally codified it through a Senate bill signed in March. The state now has until next month to either respond to the ruling or scrap the program entirely. Joining us now, Democratic Governor of New Mexico, Michelle Lujan Grisham. Governor, thanks for being with us. Governor, if this ruling stands, how many families could stand to lose their child care benefits?
Well, I'd have to push back just a little, Ariel. I'm thrilled to be on your show to explain where we are. The child care program universal effort is not paused, is not stalled, is not in jeopardy. I've got a frivolous lawsuit with a candidate who's got a wild headline, as if when we have any challenges to the work that we do, which we have often, that somehow they're suspended or stopped. We respond, and this is not his first frivolous lawsuit. His last one was dismissed. These are ways for him to get earned media. But for folks who are really curious about what we're doing and whether or not we have created something with stability, I'd like to answer that question because it's really important. We had a department that was authorized and signed into law in 20. It authorized expanding child care. We had a constitutional amendment passed by voters expanding our access to revenues and resources and enshrined pre-K and child care into the Constitution. And then we have a trust fund that went from $300 million to $10 billion, and the legislature authorized funding from that for an additional 5 years and recodified universal, specifically child care into state statute, which is fully effective May 20th. So I'm feeling very confident, and it's making a difference this Mother's Day for every New Mexico family and mom.
I understand you're feeling confident and optimistic that this is going to stay right where it is. But if New Mexico does lose this case, will you call for a special session to try to save universal child care?
Well, I don't think I'm going to have to worry about saving it because legislators would require that I come to a special session. It's wildly popular, including the other two Republican candidates are silent because they know Republicans, independents, this Democrats, not a political issue. We're saving families upwards of $13,000 per year per child. We've got countless stories of moms and dads that are expanding their footprint into the workforce. This country loses $172 billion in economic activity. Worse, moms stand to lose their economic efforts, both currently and for future retirement. This is also the developmental tool that New Mexico families and, frankly, American families deserve for their children. So I'm not worried about that at all. And I do appreciate, look, we have to go through the process. And while I'm disappointed in the immaturity of this effort and remain very confident, I've worked for 6 and 7 years to deliver this commitment and promise to New Mexico families and to moms and dads. And I am not about to let it falter in any context.
So some of the critics contend that the lawsuit is more about whether executive branch here exceeded its authority. How do you respond?
Well, it's in statute. It's in the Constitution. It's specifically funded, which means, again, voters have talked about it. There's a trust fund that's been established since 2019 that funds it. We are specifically tasked with expanding child care services, and then it's recodified yet again using universal language. I don't know how anyone, either a legal scholar or not, doesn't see that it is embedded everywhere and that this department, the Early Childhood and Care Department, specifically was created to do just this, and it was created in 2019.
You've called New Mexico a national model. If this survives in court, which I know you're optimistic it will, have Democrats effectively found a blueprint for universal child care in America? I think moms like me and everywhere are wondering that.
I think we have. We are already working with a number of folks and organizations to help other states lean into universal child care. Look, you've got New York City expanding already to certain classes of families, trying to make it universal. You've got current Governor Kathy Hochul talking about how she wants to expand that. We have Republican and Democratic states who are creating these departments who align all the federal resources and all their current programming. And I think that there are a number of ways for states using their own significant economic opportunities to deliver for American families. And if there was ever a time that American families need a little more support and stability from their governments, this is it. And again, it changes child well-being and it changes economic opportunity. And that's something that New Mexico knows we need, and we all universally believe in it. So happy
Governor
Mother's
Michelle,
Day.
Happy Mother's Day to you. Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham, appreciate you being with us.